Hello, this is Frank Saline, founder and CEO of Third Level Consulting. Welcome to the Personal Organization and Effectiveness webinar, a brief overview of what the Personal Organization and Effectiveness course authored by Third Level offers. Since all professional effectiveness starts off with personal effectiveness, we feel this is a particularly appropriate place to begin. And in most of our companies, we begin with this with all new staff and existing staff, and reviewed on an annual basis. If you haven't visited the new Third Level website at any time in the recent past, please do so and look at the What We Do, as I've highlighted here, mega menu, talking about who we serve, the industries we serve, the services we have, from memberships and dashboards and online libraries and personal consulting through to expansion and new facility planning to valuation, sales, and long-term planning. The events that we have, the Business Acceleration Training Series in the fall, as well as the Transformations Conference in the spring, at least in the United States, and abroad as well. And our key resource sites, our partner sites over here. Anyway, I invite you to spend some time there and familiarize yourself with what we do and how we can fit your needs going forward in your business objectives. Today's topic is personal organization and effectiveness. And again, if you're a client, you will receive an email with both this infographic as well as the link to the full course, which is incredibly useful. You're welcome to use that anywhere with anyone in your organization. The first step here is why organize in the first place? Well, if our time is our life, we want to be proactive, not reactive in situations. And getting organized allows us to be much more proactive, which then eliminates some reactive situations. It stopgaps them. Organization is about freedom. It's living life without limits. And organization done at a high level or even at a mid-range level gives you more freedom. That's what it's about. Not only freedom from time, but money freedom as well, because your energies and your objectives are all synced up and synergized. And when that happens, you'll be amazed at the freedom that you can attain. The second step is knowing where to start. Understanding stress, the three types of stress, the acute stress, the chronic stress, and the stress we all want to be under, the eustress, U-E-S-T-R-E-S-S. Eustress is where we want to be in that zone where we're using our strengths and where our energies are high. And again, with personal organization, the kind of cliche is managing time, but it's really managing energy. Managing your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual energies allow you to keep stress at a minimum or be in the positive zone, and it also slows time down, which is incredibly important in terms of the perceived control of your life. You'll want to work smarter, not harder. Everybody knows that, but exactly how do you do that? Well, to do that, you've got to script your life, script your calendar, and maximize your time. You can do that by taking a look at your existing calendar, take a sample week, see what's in it. You can take an ideal week as well and diagram out what an ideal week would look like. From there, compare the two. What does your ideal week look like compared to your actual week? Have you blocked out time for yourself, for your relationships, for work, for certain specific projects? You see what I'm starting to say here? Knowing where to start is critical. In time and energy management, the number one tool to be able to focus your energies is knowing your whys. And to our point of view, there are three. There's your personal why, just you, no one else. It's your core. Why do you get out of bed in the morning? Your professional why. From a professional standpoint, why do you get out of bed in the morning? And interpersonally, your friends, your family, your significant others, why do you get out of bed in the morning? Once you've identified those, you will find those carrying over to your calendar, to your events, to your priorities, and you will find that your whys are your focus. And focus is your only filter to work your way through the morass of information coming at you. Now, once we get those three variables down, mapping your mind or using a mind mapping tool, I use Mind Manager, but there's a lot of them out there, for your daily strategic planning and your ability to look at the big picture of your personal goals and your professional goals and mapping those out each day with the priorities. The daily strategic planning time that you use allows you to leverage the rest of your time because you're able to delegate effectively and strongly. It's been said that 20% of your efforts equal 80% of your results. I believe that the 1 to 2% of time you spend in daily strategic planning, which is only 14 to 28 minutes a day, dictates what you get to do with the other 98 or 99% of your time on the planet. So taking the time to map out your priorities, both personally and professionally, and have those show in your calendar and in your objectives will be incredibly helpful. When you do mind mapping, because it is what they call visual thinking, you can be both creative and analytical at the same time. And it gives you a method to drill down from the big picture to the micro picture and back up to the big picture and back down. It's called micro-macro alternating, and it's a mental technique you do on purpose. Once your priorities are set, then you want to use a system to work your priorities through. There's the Covey systems, the ABCD method, the Eisenhower, the important versus the unimportant, the POSEC method. There's a lot of different methods in the course. One of them will ring true with you when you get your priorities set, then how to manage them in terms of urgency and importance and ABCD ranking or whatever you have. You'll see the techniques for using that. The next step, number 6, is focus, visualization, and power learning. Focused versus multitasking is the thing that wastes the most amount of time for most people. Once you're out of your flow, it takes you about 15 minutes to get back in. If you are interrupted 2, 3, or 4 times a day, that's wasting at least 30, 45, or 60 minutes a day just getting back into your flow. So you must be focused. You must block time in your calendar for those things that are really high-level tasks and important. Quantum jumping is a visualization technique that's been developed by experts, whereupon you project your successful self into the future and you send back hints, tips, suggestions back to your current self, knowing that you've already achieved the objective. It's a marvelous meditation technique as well. Finally, power learning has to do with books like The Talent Code or The Inner Game of Tennis, or The Inner Game of Anything actually now. It's a popular series. Trusting your training and letting it take over. Number 7 is time wasters and time savers. Just hints in the course that are excellent. How to avoid wasting time and how to compound saving time. There's a lot of things that are in that part of the course, so I'm not going to spend the time on them now. Musical motivation, just knowing that there is a beta level, alpha level, theta level that can be stimulated by music depending on the type of thing you're doing. If it's a furious workout or a long-term calm project or just easy listening or romantic or whatever it is you want. There's also a delta level, but that's for sleeping. And we as entrepreneurs are not falling asleep. And finally, just duplicating your success. Using existing systems, leverage the power of the apps. Of course, the existing systems through third level are great. The apps like the Success Solutions dashboards for owners, office managers, and program managers are tremendous. The Risk Assured systems that are out there, the upcoming Transformation Institute personal development and personal evolution app is going to be coming out later in 2015, early 2016, and of course, leaving your legacy. So your whys, your legacy drives all of your success there. Again, I'd like to encourage you to go to the Third Level Consulting website, 3RD Level Consulting. If you haven't been there in a while, you can again scan all of our services and such. Members can log into the share files here. If you haven't got your dashboard login, you can log in here or get a free basic dashboard. A free consultation is here if you're not yet a member, and so forth. All right, Frank Saline signing out here. Take good care, everyone.